The man responsible for making Shimla the official capital of British Raj was Viceroy John Lawrence, though lots of efforts were made by his predecessors also. Lawrence started his career as a Bengal civil service officer in 1829. He mastered Persian and Urdu languages. His first job as a civil servant was that of a magistrate and tax collector in Delhi. He also served there as a civil and session judge. He was posted in Rawalpindi when the uprising of 1857 broke out in Meerut. He played a major role in suppressing the revolt. His brother was Brigadier General Sir Henry Montgomery Lawrence, and he served as a military officer, a surveyor, and an administrator in British India. He also served as a resident of Lahore and founded Lawrence Military Asylum. At one such asylum, St. Lawrence School at Mount Abu in Rajasthan, training of the Indian Police Service officers started from 1948 after independence. Henry Lawrence was killed in 1857 rebellion. Coming back to John Lawrence, after 1857 revolt, the tempers were high and calls were made to raze Delhi to the ground and dismantle the Jama Masjid of Delhi. John Lawrence strongly resisted such calls. John Lawrence joined as Lieutenant Governor of Punjab in 1857, but the very next year he returned to England as a successful civil servant. After the death of Lord Elgin in Lahore and Spiti in 1863, Lawrence came to Calcutta as Viceroy of India. Sir John Lawrence first visited Shimla as Viceroy of India in May 1864. While being posted here as Viceroy of India, his doctors advised him that he should put a condition before accepting the post that he would reside in the hills, because hot climate was not good for his health. Sir John Lawrence, during his visit to Shimla, brought his executive councils also with him. Executive council was like a cabinet of the Prime Minister. When the Viceroy went to the hills, they had a great time in the absence of the Viceroy in Calcutta. Lawrence believed that a movement to Shimla made the government more efficient. It would work more effectively. At Shimla, in one day, he and his men would do more work than what they did in Calcutta. The government would be benefited more if Viceroy and his subordinates worked from a hill station during the summer. He said out of Calcutta, there was no place better suited for the government to function from. Shimla was the best. Lawrence took up the matter with Sir Charles Wood, the Secretary of State of India in London. Charles Wood agreed to the proposal of the Governor General. He said that he and the Council of Executive could leave Calcutta and go to Shimla or to any other hill station during the summer. Charles Wood also told Lawrence that it was good that he and his council went away from Calcutta for 6 months. If he liked to go to some other hill stations the next summer, explore a better option, then he could do that. He was most welcome to do that. John Lawrence thanked Charles Wood and said no place was better than Shimla. He also told him that the work of the government had increased several folds than what it was 20 years ago. He and his council could not do much of work sitting in hot and humid Calcutta. They would work at Calcutta at half of the speed of the work which they could do at Shimla. And Shimla seemed to be the best place for the government to work from. Here he was closer to Punjab and northwest provinces, which were a trouble spot for the British. The annual movement of the government functionary from Calcutta to Shimla invited lots of vehement criticism from both English and vernacular press. The pressmen portrayed it as the criminal wastage of public money. So the proponent of the summer sojourn of government to the hill stations had to defend their act with some kind of logic. Thus Shimla as a site for the summer capital of the British government in India was confirmed, and the Britishers worked here during the summer. They ran the whole country sitting here in the hill station. Lady Lawrence described life at Shimla in her writings. She says that it was one long round of large dinner parties, balls, festivities of all kinds. Her husband did not go out for a ride, which he liked a lot and which he did a lot in Calcutta. Lawrence got up early and completed lots of official work before the breakfast, and he rode a horse or walked with her in the evening. John Lawrence would sit in his desk without coat, collar, or tie and work and cleared the files. Lawrence wrote that he did not go to the hills because he was sick or he wanted to amuse himself. He went there because he could serve the country and the government better. Lawrence, in fact, threatened the British government that he would resign as Viceroy of India if the government in Britain did not approve his proposal to work from the hills. Thus, Sir John Lawrence deserves credit for shifting the headquarters of the British government from Calcutta to Shimla during the summer time. When John Lawrence came to Shimla, he stayed at Peterhof and functioned from there. Thank you very much for watching.